Hey friends, Pastor Alex here, and I just wanted to pop in and to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas today. You know, a few weeks back we began to celebrate Advent, and along with the Advent themes of hope and peace and joy and love, we spent a great deal of time grieving the challenges, the suffering, and the losses that we and others around us have experienced this past year. Throughout 2020, we've cried out to God. We've pleaded for grace and for mercy. We've begged for God to show us the way forward. And I think God has been faithful to us in that way. We may be celebrating Christmas in a very unique way this year, in ways that we've never celebrated it before. But we're still celebrating Christmas. And the grace of memory has led us back to that moment when the Word became flesh and dwelled among us. Today we remember the greatest gift of this season, the first coming of Jesus into our world. It was a turning point in God's story of salvation. It inaugurated God's kingdom in this world, and best of all, it showed us that God would stop at absolutely nothing to bring us healing and salvation and hope, even if it meant coming and bringing it to us himself. This is why we may celebrate today with the words of Psalm 30. I exalt you, Lord, because you pulled me up. You didn't let my enemies celebrate over me. Lord, my God, I cried out to you for help, and you healed me. Lord, you brought me up from the grave, brought me back to life from among those going down to the pit. You who are faithful to the Lord, sing praises to him. Give thanks to his holy name. His anger lasts for only a second, but his favor lasts a lifetime. Weeping may stay all night, but by morning, joy. And now, of course, today is also an occasion to remember that we are still quite dependent upon God, aren't we? The psalmist continues saying, when I was comfortable, I said, I will never stumble. Because it pleased you, Lord, you made me a strong mountain. But then you hid your presence. I was terrified. I cried out to you, Lord. I begged my Lord for mercy. What is to be gained by my spilled blood, by my going down into the pit? Does dust thank you? Does it proclaim your faithfulness? Lord, listen and have mercy on me. Lord, be my helper. We need God to continue being our helper. We need God to continue bringing healing to us and in our world. We need God to continue saving us from sin, and we need God to continue bringing transformation in our lives and in our world. And we need God to continue showing us how to hope, how his hope is breaking into our world like a ray of sunshine after a storm. And friends, God's done these things for us throughout 2020. I believe that. We're still here. Yes, we're still struggling through the pandemic, and we're doing everything that we can to take care of one another. But we're still living out God's calling for us in our personal lives and in our community. And we will continue to strive and to struggle, to persevere and to grow well into next year. Now, some of us may be suffering and grieving today, and if you are, I just want you to know that I love you, that I'm here for you, and that I am holding you in the light of our Lord. But also know that suffering and grief won't last, because today of all days, we remember to dance and to celebrate. We proclaim with the psalmist, you changed my mourning into dancing. You took off my funeral clothes and dressed me up in joy, so that my whole being might sing praises to you and never stop. Lord, my God, I will give thanks to you forever. So friends, this Christmas, even in these unique circumstances, please don't forget to celebrate. As you relax and as you open gifts and as you eat your meals, be sure to take time to give thanks to God for the greatest gift of all, the gift of God's only Son. For Jesus is the gift that turns our mourning into dancing. Friends, Merry Christmas to you, and may God bless you today.